bags with all kinds of things in them. Like, you would go through the booths and you would get all these free things that you're totally never gonna use. Or, and then you got free tastes of things, and you could buy food for $1 to $3, a little sample size, and it was an opportunity to taste many things from many restaurants in the area in one go, and then you would know about places that maybe you hadn't gotten to try before, or in my case I really enjoyed it because they had a whole parking lot of food trucks, and I'm always a little wary of food trucks, especially since the ones in my city, they're so trendy. They're kind of expensive, and I'm never sure if it's going to be worth my $8 or $9 for a burger or a slice of supposedly amazing pizza. And so I never end up buying anything from them, because even if it's the best burger in the world, like, what if it isn't? And then I just spent $9 on a hamburger I'm not gonna finish eating. So this was awesome because I could get a $3 slider of one of their specialty burgers and taste it and decide if I liked it. And incidentally, in case you guys are curious, which I don't know how many foodies there are out there, but the burger that I got was it had, it was a burger, so a bun and meat, and then they put a very thick cut crispy piece of cured bacon, so nice and salty, goat cheese, and a strawberry sauce, very, very, very sweet strawberry sauce, like you would put on ice cream, but freshly made, I think. No seeds or anything, and they drenched it in strawberry sauce like you would put ketchup on a burger normally, and I thought that could be really gross or really good, but it's only $3, so I went ahead and bought one, and it was delicious, and I don't even normally like hamburgers, so it was an extra nice surprise. So anyway, that was a bit off topic, but I tend to digress a lot, and hopefully you just enjoy the whispering when I do that. So what I'm going to be doing is, I haven't actually looked at the stuff that was originally in the bag, and I've already forgotten all the things that I put in the bag as I was walking through, so I have to sort through it, and I know that a lot of them have plastic packaging and paper packaging, so I thought maybe y'all would enjoy listening to me go through the things that came in the bag. And before we get started, you guys may become curious, maybe you won't, but you may become curious what my t-shirt says, because you'll only be able to see the top half of it, so I will show you. I don't know if you can read that. I can sort of read it. It says, "Curse your sudden but inevitable betrayal." And it's Calvin from Calvin and Hobbes, and he's playing with a Tyrannosaurus Rex and a Stegosaurus. And brownie points to any of you that know what movie or what television show that quote is from and who Calvin is dressed as. So I'll give you one more look. I have a feeling we have a lot of fans of that show in the ASMR community. So, prove me right, guys. I'll tell you in the next video or in the comments if nobody does say, and you're just dying of curiosity. You're welcome to put that in the comments too. So let's get started. So first of all, I got this lovely bag, and bag when we walked in. They were $1. So I was just gonna use my purse, and then there was a booth. I guess they were promoting fitness, and so we were supposed to do some kind of activity. Like we had to spin a wheel, sort of like Wheel of Fortune, or The Price is Right. We had to spin a wheel, and then whatever activity it said, like 10 jumping jacks, or 15 jump ropes, or what I got was 10 hula hoops. Yeah, which I happen to actually, it's a very special talent, but I happen to be amazing at the hula hoop. So I was very excited that I got that one instead of doing jump rope in front of a bunch of strangers. Anyway, so because I did the hula hoop, I got this bag. And it's kind of handy because it's nice and big. It's huge. And kind of uselessly huge, because I think if I ever filled this with groceries, it would be just too heavy. So I don't even know if I'll ever use the bag again, but it was handy at the place. So let's get a nice Velcro to it. So now that we've got this bag of drinks open, let's see what's inside. We have a lovely cup. I believe this came inside the bag. I think they intended for people to use this because it was a very, very hot day. I think they intended for people to fill it up at the water fountain or fill it with whatever beverage they bought and use it that day, but that grossed me out to no end. So I don't know if I'll keep this. I suppose I will, because I could probably use it for paintbrushes or something. Or if you have any requests, I would love to do requests. I'm sure at some point there's lots and lots of textures in my apartment, but at some point I may run out of ideas, so I welcome your suggestions. way out of this tasting thing, I got flagged down by another stand, and they were giving away free yogurt, and I'm not sure, so I walked up, and they handed me 2 cases of yogurt. 2 cases. What am I gonna do with 2 cases of yogurt? I mean, I think it might be unhealthy to eat more than 1 yogurt per day because of the probiotics and things. So my freezer is full of yogurt right now, and I'm excited because it's probably like $20 worth of yogurt in there, and so I don't have to buy yogurt for a long time. But that also means that by the time I finish off 2 cases of this brand of yogurt, I may not be up for buying more of it, even for $1 off. So I don't know that their marketing scheme worked very well. I found a use for this cup. I know some of you might think that that's incredibly wasteful, but I don't actually eat that much yogurt to begin with, so I think the 2 cases of yogurt that I think was 24 cups total will probably last me for like 5 months, and yeah, these will be expired by then. So there's a second coupon. Let's see how many coupons there are for this Mueller fruit up, and I also have my doubts as to this being a legitimate word. I think they used the European font and then misspelled fruit in English to make it look like it was foreign. I could be wrong. Maybe that is how you spell fruit. Somewhere. Maybe that in that ethereal European language, that is how you spell fruit. Or maybe it means something totally hilarious like fart, and they don't even know that, so maybe that means something else. I think I'm going to assume that, but it's a hilarious misassumption. Anyway. super cool. I know you're all jealous. And this, it's much bigger on the inside. There's actually a whole batch of cookies in here. I made some Bailey's coffee flavored Madeleines. Oh, they smell really good. Speeding right along, we have a thingy-majig for Bombay Chopsticks food truck. I actually got one of their $2 samplers there, and frankly, I'm sorry, Bombay Chopsticks. Maybe I just ordered the wrong thing, but it wasn't very good. I wanted it to be so badly, and I would love to give them a good blurb. The guy was very nice and friendly, so if you're having a bad day, and maybe you don't care so much about how good your food tastes, then you could go there, and the guy will be friendly to you. Or just maybe don't order I think I got the Thai chicken, and it actually says Indian Chinese food truck, so maybe getting one of the Indian dishes would be much more delicious. This doesn't crumble very well. It has a nice tap to it. So that's something. This is ironic and hilarious. At the big food festival at the huge giant state fair, where you have 5 buildings filled with food. They're selling. They have a coupon for $1 off Fit popcorn, which I am totally gonna use because I believe we got a sample of the popcorn too, and it was delicious. I got the cheesy popcorn. I shared it with a friend because we ate a lot that day, and I was not gonna finish that. But anyway, so the popcorn Indiana products. But the funny part about this is on the back, it says, win a week stay for 2 at the Biggest Loser Resort in Malibu, California. Enter to win at the Popcorn Indiana Facebook page. Now, I'm not saying that I'm not entirely tempted, like totally tempted to enter this, because I could probably use it, but I think it's kind of hilarious to, first of all, I think it's hilarious that they're using the Biggest Loser as a draw for a resort. But I bet it's a total success, because that show is really popular, and there are a lot of people who want to lose a lot of weight, so it makes sense. But to be advertising it at a food festival just cracks me up. I don't know why. That's so funny to me. I'm totally gonna enter it. And incidentally, little side note, I enter drawings at fairs. I know that's like a huge no-no, because you're just gonna get spam and junk mail, and you're gonna get on a bunch of calling lists and things like that. But can I just say, She's never won the money, but she entered one of those pop-ups, like when you just like log on to a website and there's a pop-up and you click the X immediately without even reading it. Well, she entered a contest on foodnetwork.com and she won a all expense paid 5-week trip for her and 4 of her closest friends to 5 amusement parks across the United States. So she could go, like she went to Disney World, Universal Studios, Six Flags Over Texas, the Universal Studios in California. I don't know which other one she went to, but she won this huge thing just for entering online. And so I gotta admit, I'm kind of a believer. So I entered the one for the like win a car or whatever, because I love my car, but it is a piece of junk. And I'm a student, so I would not mind not having to pay for repairs for a while. Anyway, and I did not win the car, but I won. My name got drawn and I had to go in for one of those timeshare bitches or whatever. And again, I'm a student. I didn't have to miss work for it. I didn't feel like I had anything to lose. I ended up winning 2 5-day, 4-night beach vacations. One on a cruise and one to one of 5 islands, including Puerto Rico or Hawaii. And I just think it's kind of awesome. Because they're all expense paid. I only have to pay the taxes, which is like $175. So the only funny thing about it is that it's a romantic trip. Both of them are described as romantic getaways for 2, because it's a trip for 2, and I'll probably be taking my mom. Anyway, up next. This is taking way longer than I expected. I'm sorry. But maybe you're enjoying it. We have a sticker, I guess. It's like a weird material. It's very shiny material. It's like faux by August 24th, but because I'm never in the direction that there is a Pachuco, but I'll probably put it in my wallet just in case, and then I'll forget about it in about 2 years. I'll take it out and throw it away. So, this is like a treasure trove of coupons. It is time for me to get into the game. Apparently, this appears to be treatment for low testosterone. I might have low testosterone levels, but I think that's a good thing. I would like to not mess with that. So I think this might have been a misnomer. I think it just came in the bag. I like to hope so. I don't think I would have taken this from someone and kept it. So, anyway, I'm gonna pitch that. Again, it's not. It's not crumpleable, really. I could try, but it might be very loud. By the way, if you are suffering from low testosterone, or you suspect you may be suffering from low testosterone, might be useful for you to know to go to is it low D, the letter D.com, and you can take a quiz, or you could go to a doctor and your doctor could test you. I strongly recommend the latter, because that seems like a way safer bet than a quiz on a website, especially a website that has a very confusing brochure that makes you think that it's about football. I got paper shreds everywhere. More gummies. This one is Happy Cola gummy candy. So they're shaped like Coca-Cola bottles. Now I wonder if this is gonna taste like Coca-Cola or root beer, because my first instinct is root beer from those root beer bottle cap things. But it doesn't say root beer, it says cola. So it might taste more like Coke or Pepsi. Oh, that wasn't too loud. I got 2 of them. walking around advertising their products all the time. So maybe I'll just donate this or give it to someone, or it'll end up thrown away. But I'll try to donate it because it's still a useful product. And maybe someone will be named McDonald, or be just an enthusiastic eater of hamburgers, and will love this. Or maybe I'll just give it to someone that I don't like very much for Christmas, so that they have to figure out what to do with it. I might do that. Next up in the plastic crinkly things category is a package of stevia in the raw. I've never had that before. I know I've had stevia before. I don't know if there's a difference if it's in the raw. But I might just open it up because in another video I figured out that little paper packages like this often have very, very cool trigger sounds in them. ASMR trigger dance. So that's the stevia in the raw. And it also came with 2 recipes. I doubt that's enough to cook with. And a coupon to save 55 cents. Which, if it's anything like sugar in the raw, that's like a 5% discount. That's kind of low. But still, that's still not much of a discount. Because I believe a box of sugar in the raw is like $6 or $7. So I suppose every penny counts, though. If I was to taste this stuff and find that it was amazing, I might be very excited to have this coupon. And I have a massage therapy coupon for Now and Then Bodyworks. Anyway, apparently they specialize in sports, deep tissue, Swedish, hot stone, reflexology, corporate chair replacement. It's not just like, it's still got a lot of calories. It's not just like a candy bar or something like that. Like, it's got a lot more calories than a candy bar, I think. Actually, it's not that bad. It's 180 calories. Oh, but 45 fat calories. So it's, for a 2,000 calorie diet, that's 225 calories of your day. And I personally am on about a 1,500 calorie a day diet because I'm gonna be in a wedding in about 7 months. So I'm on like a 1,300 to 1,500 a day. But if I'm skipping breakfast, it's better to eat this than nothing at all. And the flavor, if you couldn't tell, is dark chocolate strawberry. And I'm telling you, these things are so good. I know I'm being ridiculous, but they're also like $2. And so I got this for free, so I feel like I hit the jackpot right there. Sunscreen, I put this in there. This is what I brought with me because it was really hot and we were walking around outside a lot. So SPF 50, I've heard that once you exceed about 30, it doesn't make a difference. But if it doesn't make a difference, why risk it? It might make a difference. You never know. And I don't know if you knew this, but I'm white. I know. I was surprised too when I found out. And so I sunburn like you wouldn't believe, because I'm actually part, I don't know if you guys care, you don't, but I'm whispering, so there you go. I'm part Cherokee, part Scottish, and so I'm just red all over. I'm ready, and so I just sunburn. Like, I'm like this color if I'm like outside for 10 minutes. Anyway, monk fruit in the raw. I don't even know what to think about that. Apparently it's a 0-calorie sweetener. I had heard of stevia before, but monk fruit, I mean, I've heard of it as a fruit. I did not know that it was 0-calorie sugar. I don't know what to think anymore. I think my life just got turned upside down. I don't think this will change my life in the slightest, because I bet it's expensive. And if it's not expensive, then it'll have like a weird aftertaste or something, because there's always a catch. And I don't like any of those sugar substitutes. Like with this 1,300 to 1,500 calories thing, I've just had to cut out sweets because I don't like fake diet sugar taste and stuff. I'm just weird like that, I guess. Some people just guzzle it like it's the best thing in the world. It just has that aftertaste. I just can't get used to it, and I think that's okay. Anyway, so I guess I can keep them. And if I think about it, I'll buy it. I probably should marinate things more often. I don't cook that much because I live by myself, and it doesn't actually save that much money when you're just buying, like, for one person, because so much food goes bad before you can eat it. So I do eat out a lot, but mostly just grocery stores. Like, my favorite thing is those tuna Lunchables. I feel like I could do worse. Like a not tuna Lunchable would be really high in sodium. Anyway, and then the last thing, which I know I said the lanyard was probably the nicest thing in there, but I suppose this is, I don't, it's a pill container with separate containers for each day of the week, and I don't personally take any medications, but if I did, it would probably be awesome to get one of these things for free, because if it's anything like contact cases, it's probably surprisingly expensive for something that seems so simple and cheap. Because I remember normally I get my contact cases free when I get my contacts, but if I break it or lose it, I went to buy one and it was like $4.50 for one contact case. I never thought they would be that expensive. And I suppose if you just saw that and it just blew your mind and you hadn't seen one before, which would be interesting, I think you can get it at any pharmacy, but this one was from Walgreens, so they're getting, I guess, a little bit of advertisement today for all you pillbox buying people. You see, you put the pill inside here. Because it's white on white, but there are braille for each of the days of the week on here. Or I don't know if it's like braille for the day or just for the letter, but you can feel it. I don't know that it would be easier to read the braille than it would be to just feel the S. I feel like even if I was blind, I could. Even if I wasn't used to being blind and I was blindfolded, I could probably figure it out by feeling the letters. But that's a very nice little feature. But it makes sense, I guess. A lot of elderly people are vision impaired or low vision, and a lot of them also take medication. So I bet this would be very handy for them if they know Braille. in there.